At my promotion dinner, my younger brother stood up, tapped his glass, and announced to the entire restaurant that I only got my new job because he covered my mistakes for years. Then he thanked himself on my behalf, and that's when the truth I'd protected him from finally came out. I'm 32, the oldest of 3 brothers. Growing up, our parents always treated my brother Kyle like he was destined for greatness. He was the genius, the star, the one who would outshine all of us when he didn't get into the big engineering program he bragged about for years. He spiraled quietly. No one knew he'd failed out of his first semester until he called me crying, terrified our parents would see him as a disappointment I covered for him. I faked emails, helped him build a transfer plan, even paid for an apartment so he wouldn't have to move back home in shame I never told anyone. I didn't want to bruise his already fragile confidence. Fast forward to last week. I earned a department lead position at my company after grinding for years. My mom insisted on taking the whole family out to celebrate. The restaurant was packed, candles lit, the kind of place where people whisper instead of talk. Halfway through dinner, Kyle stood up, glass raised. He cleared his throat and said, loud enough for nearby tables to hear, "Well, I guess this is where I take some credit, right? I mean, Big Bro wouldn't have survived without my advice all these years." Everyone laughed politely, but then he kept going. "He makes mistakes all the time at work. I'm the one he calls to fix things. Honestly, without me, he'd still be stuck in his old position." The room went awkwardly still. My dad frowned. My mom looked confused. Kyle took another sip, drunk on attention more than wine. He added, "You're welcome, man. I basically built you." That was when something in me, years of silence, of shielding him, finally snapped. I stood up slowly. "Okay, so since we're thanking people, let me thank you properly, Kyle." He grinned, thinking I was about to hand him another spotlight. I spoke clearly, evenly. No anger, just truth. "Thank you for calling me the night you failed out of school. Thank you for letting me be the one to cover your tuition when you couldn't. Thank you for letting me take the blame when mom and dad asked why you skipped holiday dinners because you were too embarrassed to come home." The table went silent. Kyle's smile evaporated. I continued. "Thank you for trusting me to rewrite your resume, drive 3 hours to get you after you lost your internship, and pretend everything was fine so no one would think less of you." My mom's hand covered her mouth. My dad leaned back, stunned. "And most of all," I said, "thank you for letting me carry your secrets for years, while you stand here and pretend I owe you something." Kyle whispered, "Why would you say that?" "Because you wanted credit." I said, "Now you have it." He sat down, shaking. My parents stared at him, finally seeing everything I'd been protecting him from, and everything he wasn't. Dinner ended quietly. Kyle left early. My parents apologized, saying they never realized how much I had done behind the scenes. On the drive home, I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Light-free. Like I'd stopped carrying someone else's life on my shoulders. And for the first time, Kyle texted me, not asking for help, not blaming me, not bragging. Just one sentence. "I'm sorry. I didn't know how small I'd gotten until today." Sometimes the truth doesn't break a family. Sometimes it finally puts everything in the right place.